Good morning and welcome to the breakfast show here on Ultimate FM. Today is Monday again, the 7th day of March 2022. And I don't know why I feel kind of indifferent about today. Usually I don't like Mondays, but I can't place myself today if I like
Or
today or I
not.
don't like I don't just know. I guess I'm just in between. So I'm a little bit happy and on that side I'm still like it's still Monday, that kind of thing. Anyways, my name is Mercy Kata, your host for the program this morning. And of course, I have someone here with me that is smiling. It seems that he likes Monday a lot.
No, I think I'm trying to adapt to your nature.
All right.
Emmanuel Wunisi.
Emmanuel, how are you doing?
Fine, thank
The
you.
way you are happy, seems something good happened to you this
Nothing,
weekend. Do,
nothing
do
good.
you care to tell us?
Nothing good happened though.
Nothing good.
Like I just had to just ginger up and
All right. Do well to join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM. You can also like our page to be part of all our programs. Listen to us live via our website at www.radiofm.com. Follow us on Instagram at Official Ultimate FM and on YouTube at Ultimate FM. Right after the short commercial break is the newspaper review, so do stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103, 090 416 26640, and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. They enjoy this VO radio.
Wallahi me I dey enjoy am for me. Haji Koko, na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this view radio.
Welcome back to the program this morning here on Ultimate FM. Don't forget that you can join us live on Facebook at Ultimate FM and also like our page to get notified anytime we're live to be part of our programs. Now, on the Vanguard newspaper this morning, police begin probe as fashion designer goes missing after boarding BRT bus. 2 suspects have been arrested in connection with the alleged disappearance of Ayowole Oluwabamishi, a 20 who boarded a bus rapid transit vehicle on February 26. The Lagos State Police Command spokesperson in a statement during the weekend disclosed this as he said the command has commenced an investigation. It was gathered that the alleged victim, Ms. Oluwabamishi, who works as a fashion designer at Chevron Estate, Aja, and spends weekends at Ota, Ogun State with her sister, was returning to Ota when she boarded a BRT bus going to Oshodi at 7 p.m. at Chevron bus stop. Sensing danger as the bus did not pick any other passenger at subsequent bus stops, Oluwabamishi engaged a friend using voice notes on her phone. The voice note showed that the bus driver said he liked Oluwabamishi and asked for her name and other details. She told her friend to pray for her as she became suspicious of the bus driver, and in response, the friend told her to alight at Oroshoki bus stop way before Oshodi bus stop. Oluwabamishi also sent a video to her friend showing how dark it was in the bus and said there are 3 men and 1 woman in the bus. The woman is sitting at the back. That's the number of the bus in case. Please pray for me. That was the last that was heard from Oluwabamishi. A very
Very tragic one. Like,
let's not say tragic yet, because hopefully I'm actually praying
but
that,
something
because
like
she was
this
actually
shouldn't
wise in
happen.
her dealings. So when I hear stories like this, I really do not want the victim to die or something to happen to the person, because in most cases that's what happens. But then there's a very, very vital lesson to learn from this. Always let people know where you're going to, because right now the investigations we can say that there's an headway. There's something that the police can actually hold on to, simply because she was able to send that voice note to her friend. And in a case where you can't even send a voice note, you can send a message, you can do something.
Just know an address. You can just tell someone I'm coming.
So when you're going out, make sure you tell, even if you cannot tell somebody, at least there must be one person that you can actually talk to and say, okay, this is where I'm going to. Don't just say, oh, I'm going out, I'm going to a friend's place. Who is your friend? Where is the location of God? This is not a time to now come and start acting. No, there's no doing big woman and big man anymore right now. In fact, that if you can even share your location, like your live location, with someone that you trust, it's even better off nowadays, so that in case of anything, the person will be able to say, okay, I spoke to this person last and the person was here. Simply because of these voice notes, there is actually an headway in the investigation. At least she was able to give some details. There were this number of people in the bus, you know, this is what the bus driver said and all that. But this story is I don't, will I say scary, because it's a regular, yes, it was a regular that one people will be saying who send you message to go and enter roadside, you know, that kind of thing. But this is a VRT bus that people they expect that, okay, it's safe and all that. And I'm very sure that is one of the reasons why people even enter them, because okay, they feel like this one is safer,
safe, comfortable,
it's more. But in spite of that, this still happened. And then again, if you are to enter any vehicle as a lady, or in fact anybody, I noticed that you entered the vehicle. When you entered, it was, but along the line, you notice that the driver is not even picking anybody up. You did not charter the vehicle now. You did not charter. So why is the driver not picking anybody?
You can't sit, assuming it's going to be like just this Uber. You know that, okay, you can say, okay, I'll pay for 3-4 seats.
Exactly.
But BRT over like 30. You can't be in.
You just
30 seats.
And then you just notice that it's just you and 4 other people, and the 4 other people, they are guys, and you are the only lady inside. You know, that kind of thing. It's scary. Like what the friend said, she should alight at so place, but she could even alight at that bus stop. Something had already happened. And let's even, I want to assume that probably someone overheard the conversations what she was having with her friend, like through the voice note. And that is why in such situations, I really do not even advise voice note. I just advise, very subtle messages that someone will not even suspect that you are doing anything, because once these people suspect that you are doing something, they are very quick to. All right, federal government moves to rescue Nigerian students still trapped in Ukraine. The federal government has concluded plans to rescue Nigerian students trapped in Sumy in the northeastern part of Ukraine. Meanwhile, a new batch of 306 Nigerians returned home from war-ravaged Ukraine yesterday. That is great news, but I would still say that it's a little bit slow, don't you think? I mean, the first batch was picked on Thursday last week, and yesterday was Sunday. The second batch was picked, and that is being taken out. I think it's a bit small, because on Thursday there were about 400 and something, not up to 500, and now 306. And we have thousands of people trapped in various, neighboring countries around Ukraine. But these are the people that are being, that kind of thing.
Like I say that I've been lucky to.
Let's just say lucky, but how long is it going to take? That is the question now. How long is it going to take? Because these people are suffering a lot of things. In fact, I would not be surprised if 1 or 2 people are in the whole process like this. Probably they were not found out or anything. But then some people are not going to be so lucky in all these processes. I really do. We are commending the Nigerian government, but then we are still pleading, asking that they should try their possible best to hasten up the process of rescuing these people, because time is of the essence, and it's looking like the war is not going to end anytime soon. So the faster the Nigerian government, works, the better for each and every one of us. Okay, tears as rain wreaks havoc in Ibadan. Residents of various communities in Ido and Onara local government areas of Oyo State yesterday were seen in groups discussing the calamity that befell them as their homes and roads were washed away by heavy rainfall. The rain, which was supposed to be a blessing to many due to the heat waves started at about 5:30 p.m. on Friday and continued till midnight Saturday, washed away the road from Oganla up to the All Saints College end of the road in Ido local government area of the area. Wow, this morning when I got up, I was just saying, the weather is a little bit cool this morning. Thank God, because all these weeks we have been experiencing great heats. So at least finally I was able to sleep peacefully without sweating a lot at night. But then when I saw this headline this morning, I was like, one man's meat is really another man's poison. Some of us here are saying, oh, thank God for the rain and all that. Other people are, lamenting because the rainfall washed away their roads and all that. But that just tells us one thing, that the roads were not even constructed properly in the first place. Yeah. Because if they were constructed properly and if they were sound, definitely this kind of thing would not happen. And that is why we are calling on our government, because we are entering into the rainy season gradually. Yeah. Yes, and we are going to see more of heavy rain. Has not started though. You know how rain falls here in Nigeria now. When rain starts, like sometimes 1 week continuously rain is falling, you enter rain to and fro from work every day. So that kind of thing. So we need to start getting ready for this, and people need to start getting ready for it as well. People that live in those communities, they should look for a way to make sure that their houses and their lives as well are secure.
Drainage, and they should stop dumping.
Stop. Thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you. I remember one time I was talking to I don't know if I was talking to the person or the person was talking to someone, but I overheard someone saying that we keep complaining about how the government is not doing so much, how the government is not taking care of the citizens, blah blah blah, and things like that. But the government will construct drainages, and we will dump pure water sachet, different kind of junks into those drainages, and we'll still cry and say the roads are this, the roads are bad, the roads are that. So is it the government that is supposed to come and help us trash our debt properly as well? So we keep saying the government is not doing this, the government is not doing that, but we ourselves, I feel like we're not even being of help at all. So the government, you will see one very beautiful road with one very fine drainage, and everybody will say, finally we have a road. Then after 3 months you go to that same place and you will not believe that is the road that everybody was jubilating about just few months ago. We need to actually do better. We need to do better. If not, trust me, when the rains come, we are the ones that are going to suffer for it. These people are going to be in their houses and their offices, and nothing is going to affect them. We are the ones that are going to suffer for it. So we should be more careful, and we should actually take these things like they're our personal property. Don't say it's government property. We are the ones using the road. They hardly pass those roads. Let's tell ourselves the truth. All right, just one more headline. Court orders arrest of Reverend Father for assault and threats to life. An Anambra State Chief Magistrate Court sitting in Umunze, Orumba South local government area has ordered the police in the state to arrest Reverend Father Ejike Nwankwo to answer for a case of assault, malicious damage, and conduct likely to cause breach of peace standing against him in the court, issuing a warrant of arrest against. In fact, if they do something wrong, you don't want to believe it, or even when you believe it, you now start feeling very disappointed, like, this man of God did this. Fine, there's a place of disappointment, but I still have nevertheless they can do anything that you and I can also do. So the fact that he has done this is not surprising at all, because he's a man first and he has anger issues which he needs to work on. So regardless of him being a man of God or whatever thing, he still needs to work on his anger issues, and he should first of all go and answer his case in court, and whatever judgment the judge passes on to him, he should accept his fate like that. All right, that was it this morning on the Vanguard newspaper. More headlines coming right after this short break. Do stay tuned.
Yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. You need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun. Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081 687 09103, 090 416 26640, and 091 374 23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I dey enjoy this VO radio.
Hey, gida leave him for me for pure radio. Like me, I enjoy them for me. Haji ko na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this view radio.
Welcome back to the Breakfast Show this morning here on Ultimate FM. Emmanuel, over to you.
Okay, I'll be taking my headlines from Punch newspaper. Okay, the first headline here says Hoodlums attack Enugu Catholic priest shoots leg. Unidentified gunmen have reported the Enugu Catholic Diocese Reverend F.R. Bartholomew Chim and shot his leg during the attack. The Punch gathered on Sunday that the priest who was ordained as Catholic priest last December was accosted by hoodlums on Friday while on a pastoral walk. Sources told our correspondent that the hoodlum accosted Chim and asked him to release all the money he had on him. One of the sources said he told them that he did not have money. They collected his telephone and shot him in the leg, put him in the trunk of his car and drove away. While they got to former toll gate along Enugu Onitsha Road, they dumped him inside the bush and zoomed off with his car.
Wow.
This is so bad.
Sad
The man
one
of God. We're talking about another reverend that was charged to court for assault, and now there's another one that has been
was shot
in the leg
yes.
and was asked to give them money. He said he has no money. They took his telephone, and like this thing really have to stop. Like,
you know, I keep if you are someone that is of
high standard in the society,
like you need to be much more careful this
very,
period,
very
because these people, they will not hear that you don't. You say you are a reverend father now. The offering in the church, what happened?
That's the first thing.
What happened to the offering in the church? So you have to be careful. You know, don't move around at night, and if it's possible, preferably get something like a security, you know, like just to feel more secure and all that, so you won't walk alone, because now his car has been taken away and all that.
We hope that things get to place as soon as possible. Okay, APC chairman meets today. Uncertainty surrounds zonal congress. There was uncertainty on Sunday over zonal congresses of the All Progressive Party scheduled for Saturday, as the party had yet to begin preparation. It was gathered that Saturday chapters of the party that are yet to receive any directive from the national leaders less than a week to the Congress. This came to the fore on Sunday as indications emerged that the state chairman of the party would be in Abuja on Monday. We're actually talking about this zonal congress that they have postponed it, and they are not ready to meet and all, trying for each positions, the councillor, governorship election, and also they really have to meet. And if they don't meet, like, I don't really know how this election is taking shape. I don't really know what plans, because Tinubu is coming out saying that he's the one that is going now, that no one can compete with the primary election ticket, like getting the ticket to be the governor. After him, there can be someone else who that he's not sure about. Even there's someone else that for 8 years he's going to be the president. He has that assurance.
You just said 8 years.
He said 8 years. Yeah, he said 8.
I reserve my comment.
He said 8 years. So hopefully, we hope that they come into a better conclusion and everything gets into place. Okay, another headline here says, why we change phone number after election victories. Rep members. Some members of the House of Representatives have pinpointed economic meltdown as a reason for obvious gap in their people, adding that solving personal issues of constituency is not part of the reason why they were elected. They argued that town hall meetings can't be held successfully without the people's request for stomach infrastructure, adding that the people from their constituency equate money sharing during such meetings to performance. According to a member representing Yamuta Deba Federal Constituency of Yenusa Abubakar, the attitude of the people to make requests outside of the focus makers has made some legislators remain in Abuja. So he's saying here that the legislature are saying they changed their number immediately after election. One said because of their stomach infrastructure.
And
so
now,
saying whatever what they want.
when all the village people they will call, they start calling like
but they voted you in.
honorable.
They voted-
No. The thing is that, like what he rightly said, their stomach
They
in
were
the
elected,
first place.
okay.
You know, they were elected to make, you know, their society and their communities better. So now you putting your own personal
First.
nothing's first. It's not. It doesn't really tell well. And if I were in their shoes, trust me, I would do this. I would do this because you constantly calling me. So whenever they have these meetings, and although it is not enough justification for town hall meetings like they're supposed to,
have.
you can actually stand your ground and say you are not doing this. You are not. If you actually do what you're supposed to do, what you were actually elected for, and you don't do any of those other
things,
fulfilling
yeah.
those stomach infrastructures, like he said, I'm not sure anybody is going to question you, anybody's going to crucify you, because you only did your job. So you using that as an excuse, I really do not think that it's good enough, saying that is the reason they don't organize town hall meetings, because people are after their stomach infrastructure. Say, boss, honorable, give us something. And now there are people that will definitely say that, but it's elected
you can't
for,
say you don't
and
have.
that is what I'm going to. If you say, if you can say you don't have now, are they the owners of your money? You can say you don't have. Just do your job. That is what we're asking for. We don't want to hear excuses that this is the reason I'm not doing this. This is the reason I'm not
doing that.
Just do what
Just
you're
do what
supposed to
you're
do.
supposed to
If you have done that one and then you complain about stomach infrastructure, we understand. But you have not done that one and you're still complaining that you are changing your numbers because of this. It's really not good enough.
Okay. He said 381.8 million liters of fuel. Queues lessons. The scarcity of premium motor spirit, popularly known as petrol, has refused to abate, despite claims that by the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited that it has released hundreds of millions of liters of petrol to address this situation. In the recent weekly national PMS evacuation report for February 21 to 26, 2022, seen on Sunday, NNPC said it evacuated an additional 381.88 million liters of petrol. The oil firm stated that it distributed a total of 387.59 million liters of PMS from February 14 to 2022 in its bid to bridge the fuel supply gap. Okay, we said that the scarcity of petrol is going to take a longer period as long as this war continues, because the movement of the petrol on sea has been it's not going to get to Nigeria as it should. So NNPC said that they've actually released a particular number.
Which I believe.
Okay, they said they've released it, and I think that most people are still complaining about it, but it has actually reduced than the usual long queue and all that.
Nigerian our problems. The queues have lessened quite all right, but there are still some filling stations that are acting like nothing has happened. Like there has been no difference, so they keep giving you that hiked price and keep acting like there's still no fuel. And I understand that it has not, completely subsided and all that, but at least let's acknowledge the fact that there has been an improvement.
They worked out something to make sure that
exactly there has been an improvement. So people that are still complaining that there has an improvement, queues have actually lessened, but then some filling stations are actually still using this whole thing to their own benefit.
They're adding, telling you to buy fuel, you have to pay 200 naira for keg.
I didn't want to state it out clearly because I traveled yesterday and I saw exactly the same thing. In fact, it almost caused a fight between the bus driver and the filling station attendant. So he told the bus driver to pay 500. And the bus driver was like, I cannot pay for how much fare did I buy that I want to pay 500 again. Like so he gave him 200. I needed to see the way this attendant was insulting the bus driver. And, how people can be. Everybody in the bus actually turned and started
yeah, like,
insulting the attendants as well.
attendant, yeah.
But still, it is not an avenue. This thing has been provided now. So why are we still killing ourselves? Why? It's actually very, very bad. All right, that was it. To stay tuned.
Yes, yes, yes. It's VO Resort and Event Center. Do you need some time away from the hustle and bustle of the city to relax, kick back, and have some fun? Time off with family, friends, and that special someone. You have an event and need a beautiful, accommodating space to host your guests? Look no further. VO Resort and Event Center has got your back. With our 1,000-seater hall, restaurant and bar, poolside, gym, tennis courts, golf course, VIP space, kids play courts, alluring bedrooms, and a serene environment to cap it all up, nothing is left uncovered. VO Resort and Event Center is located at kilometer 36 Ishara, Agoiwoye Road, Ishara Remo, Ogun State. Telephone 081-687-09103, 090-416-26640, and 091-374-23830. With VO Resort and Event Center, you've made the right choice.
One day, come on, leave this radio for me now. I dey enjoy this VO radio.
Hey, gida leave him for me for PO radio. Wallahi, me I dey enjoy am for me. Haji ko to na gode.
Hello. Give me the full volume of this FM. I'm enjoying this VO radio.
Alright, welcome back to the program this morning here on Ultimate FM. On the Nigerian Tribune, police arrest 3 suspected cultists, recover weapons in Anambra. The Anambra State Police is suspected to be cultists in separate operations. The command said it recovered 1 English Beretta pistol, 1 locally fabricated gun, and 1 motorcycle, 1 live ammunition from the suspects. The State Police Command spokesperson DSP Tochukwu Ikenga stated this in a press release made available to Nigerian Tribune on Sunday. He said the arrest is in line with by the command to ensure that the activities of cultists were reduced to its barest minimum. Ikenga said the command has a commitment to ensure a crime-free state by checkmating cultism and other violent crimes, as well as bringing perpetrators of such acts to book. We were talking about cultism, I think was sometime last week. Yeah, and we're saying that state governments at this period need to be very proactive in their fight against cultism, because at the time the activities reduced a lot, but now it seems that they have met in their various centers and said that we want to come back into action, that kind of thing, because it's not just happening in one state, it's happening in various states in the country. And so, state governments, state governors, and even the federal government, everybody needs to be proactive. And I'm very happy that the Anambra state government, they have taken the right step, the step in the right direction rather, to make sure that they are being proactive in this issue of cultism. And these 3 cultists, they were not arrested in the same operation, they were arrested in separate operations, meaning in the same Anambra state.
Last week when you were talking about this, the first news story you read about was in Anambra, then the other one in Djibouti. So this is the second time cultist issue is coming up in
Anambra State, yes. And that is why I'm saying that I applaud the government, because when you see a particular trend in your state, it is left for you to say, okay, this thing is happening often, so we need to actually look into it. All right, Gardener commits suicide in Sapele. A young horticulturist at the Seplat office in Sapele local government area of Delta State, has allegedly committed suicide, giving no reason for his action. The young man, identified as Ochuko, lived at Onamate Street off New Ogorode Road, Sapele. Was gathered that he recently had issues with his girlfriend and reportedly removed his SIM card from his phone a day before the incident. It was gathered that on the day of the incident, he did not show up at his place of work. He's believed to be suffering from mental health and was said to have complained of an invisible hand that used to slap him often before the incident. You're shocked, right?
The issue of the invisible and that I said.
That's why they said he was suffering from mental illness, because obviously an invisible,
you're not
or maybe
sick.
they were slapping him. But nevertheless, I really do not want to attach the issues he had with his girlfriend to him committing suicide. It doesn't still take away the fact that some people will do that.
Nevertheless,
Some people will actually do that. I see no reason why somebody should kill themselves because of a man or a woman. Emmanuel, no. But seriously, let's think about it. Can you kill yourself because of a girl?
oh no, why?
See, somebody just serves you hot breakfast now, and out of that anger and all that, you just say it's time to end it all. I'm going to take that kind of thing. Like, it's just extremely funny because I cannot even. Mental health is very necessary in this part of the world. Nigeria in particular, we see everything as village people. So when someone is complaining about such a thing, they just say it can be, that can be connected to this particular issue. If only he went to see a psychiatrist or, checked himself into a psychiatric hospital. But whenever someone does that, they just label the person as being mad.
No.
The person has mental health issues. The person is not mad. There's a difference. Is there a difference?
Yeah, there is.
But I believe there's a difference between being mad and having mental health issues. So let's not just attribute everything to, someone, their village people is disturbing them or things like that. Let's be more understanding about issues like this. Right, that was it this morning on the newspaper review here on the Breakfast Show. So last week we started, the whole placing spotlight on women that had achieved so much in our country, Nigeria, being that this is Women's History Month. So we are celebrating women all month long. If you are a man and you're not happy about this, I'm very sure that I'm listening right now. If you're not happy about this, I am very sorry to disappoint you, but you are still going to be hearing a lot about women this month because the month is just starting. So women own March. So you all should deal with it. All right, so we are going to continue. So Emmanuel, what do you have for us?
Okay, we spoke about
last week on Friday,
Kuti, and today we are talking about Aisha Yesufu. Before, I was actually not really familiar with this woman, but I was seeing regular posts on Instagram, on Twitter about this popular picture of she raising up one of her. And I was like, wow, this woman is actually something to. So she's from Kano State. And she started the move of the Bring Back Our Girls movement and also End SARS. So it's actually the Bring Back Our Girls movement. And according to the to research that I found out, she's part of the top 100 most influential women in Africa. So at least it's still something. I commend her ability, and for her as a woman to move to build. The issue of Bring Back Our Girls happened back in April 2000 and I think 13 when the Boko Haram actually took
April 24th
girls from Borno Federal Girls School
College in Chibok.
In Chibok, yeah. So the thing actually happened. It was actually something that was ringing in my head, and I was like, this thing, it really has to stop, because there was this fear that any boarding school, they can just go bumping and take them away. So people were withdrawing their children away. They just cross the road and go to school and come back home. It's actually better. So, and we started hearing about releasing of some of them, and like that they released some, and I don't really know about how it has gone now. So I would say that she started with that, and I think she made a very nice move. And the End SARS also, for a woman, like that End SARS was a very kind of strong. I didn't even go out. I didn't even go out for the End SARS.
Because you were scared.
No, I was not scared. But the End SARS is celebrities, like people like I know. They were arrested. Mr. Macaroni was arrested, and his clothes was taken off, beaten and all. And I was like, for someone well known, influential like this, it can be done like this. What do we expect from the government? But I commend her. So.
Yeah, when you hear the name Aisha Yesufu, the first thing that comes to my mind is fearless. So she's not the regular, woman that's just comfortable sitting at home having a small business and all that. She is always lending her voice to any issue that relates to, people being oppressed, Nigerians being oppressed,
Generally, no, like she's fighting for.
She's not even doing this whole gender-based thing. That is not her business. All she wants is for everybody to have a better life in Nigeria and for people to live without being afraid of anything whatsoever. So if it's to fight for girls, fight for men, she's there. Enter, she's there. Whatsoever thing that is labeled as injustice. Trust Aisha Yesufu to lend her voice to it, and that is one of the things that we really do love about her, because she is fearless. So regardless of her being a woman, and regardless of her being a Muslim for that matter, Muslim women are a little bit more reserved. I think it's part of their whole religion, so they have to be more quiet and solemn and all that. But she's not having any of that at all. No. She's not listening to all that. She is telling you that I'm going to fight for injustice regardless. And she's married.
Yeah, she's married.
So with 2 kids, she's married. And I'm very grateful for her husband as well. For us, these are times where we don't see so many men supporting women that are activists. A lot of times you just want to shy away from it, or they just tell the woman, shut up, don't talk too much. Times are terrible. They will arrest you and all this and all that. But then she's still going on, and her husband is still supporting her. So we are celebrating Aisha, fearless Nigerian woman. All right, that was it this morning on the Breakfast Show here on Ultimate FM. Join us again tomorrow for another interesting episode. But till then, do have a great day and stay safe. Bye.